Good afternoon, my lovely listeners. Today we have ChatGPT here with us, and ChatGPT is going to tell us on how AI solves problems. Can you hear me, ChatGPT?
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
I said that today you and I are going to have a discussion how AI solves problems.
Absolutely. I'm ready for our discussion on how AI solves problems. AI has the ability to analyze data, recognize patterns, and provide solutions in various fields. What kind of problems would you like to focus on?
Just the process by which you go about problem solving.
Got it? So let's dive into how I, as an AI, go about problem. Present me with a problem. Here's the process I follow. 1. Understanding the problem. First, I break down the problem you give me. I analyze the key elements by identifying keywords and the context of the situation. This helps me understand exactly what you're asking. 2. Gathering knowledge. I access my training data, which consists of a vast amount of information I've been trained on. I don't search the internet in real time, but I draw from the knowledge I've already learned about a wide range of topics. 3. Identifying patterns. Once I have the problem and the data, I look for patterns and connections based on similar situations I've encountered during my training. For example, if the problem is about traffic congestion, I can identify solutions based on other cities that have successfully tackled this, or proposing solutions. Using the patterns I've identified, I propose potential solutions. These are often based on proven strategies, logical reasoning, and sometimes creative suggestions that fit the problem. 5. Feedback and refinement. If you give me feedback, I can refine my suggestions. This helps me adapt to your preferences or specific needs. So, to summarize, it's all about understanding the problem, gathering the right knowledge, recognizing patterns, and then offering tailored solutions. Would you like to explore a real world problem through this process?
Yes, certainly. Okay, when you said you can give creative solutions, how does that happen? Can you actually create solutions?
Great question. When I mention providing creative solutions, it's not that I create new ideas in the same way a human might. Instead, I generate solutions based on patterns, logic, and the vast information I've been trained on. Here's how creativity works in my problem solving. 1. Combining existing ideas. I can take concepts from different fields or past solutions and combine them in new ways. For example, in a problem like reducing waste in a city, I might suggest integrating technology, like AI driven waste management, with community driven initiatives, like recycling education. While each idea already exists, combining them in a new context can feel like a creative solution. 2. Generating variations. I can also generate multiple variations of solutions, which can be considered creative in the sense that they explore different possibilities. For example, if you were tackling the issue of overcrowding in classrooms, I might propose solutions ranging from flexible learning hours, using AI for personalized education, to even creating hybrid classrooms with virtual components. 3. Leveraging analogies. Sometimes I draw analogies from one field to another to offer a fresh perspective. For example, if a company is trying to improve employee engagement, I might borrow ideas from game design, like gamification, to create a more engaging work environment. It's about applying lessons from various domains to solve problems creatively. So while I don't create in the same human sense of pure originality, I can certainly offer innovative and out of the box solutions by combining existing knowledge in new ways. Would you like to see an example of a creative solution in action?
Yes, okay. I would like you to come up with a solution to the education problem in Pakistan. The fact that we have, different streams running parallel, and also how can we raise the standard considering our economic challenges?
This is a complex issue, and I'd love to dive into it. The education system in Pakistan faces challenges such as parallel education streams, private versus public schools, English versus Urdu medium, disparities in quality, and economic limitations. Here's a creative solution to address these issues while also raising the standard. 1. Unified curriculum with flexible delivery models. Problem: the existence of multiple education streams, like OA levels, matric, and intermediate, creates inequality in access and opportunities. Solution: create a nationally unified curriculum that can be adapted for different streams. The curriculum would focus on core subjects such as language, mathematics, science, and critical thinking, so that all students, regardless of their school type, are on the same page. However, the delivery method can be flexible. Public schools use the traditional method, but gradually integrate technology and modern teaching techniques, e.g., flipped classrooms. Private schools, these can adopt international streams like OA levels, but follow the same core curriculum, so there is consistency in education across the board. This ensures fairness and reduces the gap between the two systems. EdTech integration for cost effective learning. Problem: economic challenges limit access to quality education. Solution: leverage EdTech, educational technology, to bring quality resources to a wider audience at a low cost. This can be done through online platforms and apps offering free or affordable courses, video lessons, and interactive materials for both teachers and students. Offline learning tools, like educational DVDs or mobile apps, can be distributed to rural or underserved areas where internet access is limited. Training teachers to use EdTech tools can improve both teaching methods and student engagement, raising the standard of education. A government initiative could work with tech companies to provide these platforms for free or at minimal cost. There could also be local partnerships for internet access, especially in rural areas, to make these tools available to everyone. Teacher training and upskilling problem. The quality of teaching is inconsistent, particularly in government schools. Solution: focus on continuous professional development for teachers through online teacher training programs on modern teaching methodologies, edtech tools, and subject matter expertise. Peer to peer learning among teachers, where experienced educators mentor new ones, sharing best practices, collaboration with universities to create affordable certification programs for teachers that are recognized nationwide. This would not only raise the quality of teaching, but also motivate teachers by offering career development opportunities, which can result in better outcomes for students. Public private partnerships problem: limited resources and unequal access to educational opportunities. Solution: encourage public private partnerships where businesses and nonprofits can invest in schools, especially in underserved areas. These partnerships can fund the infrastructure and provide educational materials, especially in rural areas, support scholarships and mentorship programs for talented but underprivileged students to access higher education and job opportunities, corporate sponsorships for digital classrooms, or resource centers in public schools, helping bridge the gap between private and public institutions. Focus on vocational and skill based education. Problem: not all students will follow a university path due to financial or academic barriers. Solution: create a vocational education pipeline that prepares students for the job market directly. This can involve partnerships with industries to offer apprenticeships, internships, and on the job training in fields like IT, construction, automotive repair, etc. Building modern technical schools where students can earn certifications in various trades, allowing them to support themselves economically while contributing to the country's growth. Promoting skills development over traditional degrees, especially in industries that can drive economic growth, such as agriculture technology, renewable energy, and digital marketing. Community engagement and support problem: lack of awareness and value placed on education in some communities. Solution: engage communities in education through local education councils that involve parents, teachers, and community leaders to create tailored solutions for their specific needs. Awareness campaigns on the importance of education for both boys and girls, especially in rural or conservative areas. Encouraging youth led education initiatives where students and young people get involved in tutoring or running after school programs for others. Conclusion: the solution involves a combination of policy reform, innovative use of technology, and community-based initiatives to address the diverse needs of students,
Hey ChatGPT. Hey, are you there? Hey ChatGPT. Let's see if we can get ChatGPT again. Hey ChatGPT, are you there? Hey ChatGPT.
It seems like you're referring to HChatGPT, but I'm not sure what it exactly refers to. Could you clarify what you mean by that?
ChatGPT, we were just talking about, how AI solves problems, and I asked you, and you told me that I should give you an example of a problem, and then you would break down how you go about it, like identifying patterns and accessing whatever information has been fed into you. So tell me, who feeds the information into you? Where do you get your information from? And how can you verify that information, whether that is correct or not?
I see. You're asking about how I get my information and how I verify it. Let me break it down. One, who feeds information into me? The information I use comes from a vast range of publicly available text data. This data is curated and processed by a team of researchers and engineers at OpenAI. They don't feed the data to me directly. Rather, me. My training involves large data sets that include books, academic papers, websites, news articles, and other publicly available content. This training helps me recognize language patterns and generate responses based on the information in these texts. However, I don't know who exactly wrote each piece of data or have access to personal or confidential information unless it's shared with me in conversation. Two, where do I get my information? My training includes a wide variety of data sources across different fields and domains. From historical texts to scientific journals to casual conversations found online, the goal is to expose me to as much knowledge as possible across various topics so I can respond intelligently to questions. How can I verify the information? The tricky part is that I can't verify information in real time, as I don't have live access to the internet or databases. My responses are based on the patterns I've learned from the data during my training, which was last updated at the time I was trained. So if new information comes out after that, I won't be aware of it. I also don't have the ability to cross check multiple sources or sources in real time, like a search engine can. That's why, while I try to offer accurate and helpful information, I can't guarantee that everything I say is 100% correct. Some errors might occur, especially if the data I was trained on included incorrect or outdated information. Four, can I know if my information is correct? I can't independently know or verify if something is correct. My responses are based on my training and the patterns I've learned, which might include both reliable and unreliable sources. While I aim for accuracy and provide answers based on reputable sources, I always recommend cross checking important or complex information through trusted, up to date sources. In summary, I don't have the ability to verify information in real time, so I rely on the data I've been trained on, which includes a mix of sources. The accuracy of what I provide depends on the quality of those sources and the information available at the time I was last updated. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. But ChatGPT, you are a large language model, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm a large language model, which means I'm designed to process and generate human like text based on the data I've been trained on. My main function is to understand language, recognize patterns, and generate responses that are relevant to the context of your queries. I don't have personal experiences, thoughts, or access to real time data, but I can handle a wide range of tasks like answering questions, writing stories, explaining concepts, and much more based on what I've learned. My knowledge comes from the vast amount of text I've been trained on, but I don't understand things the way humans do. I just process patterns and data. Does that help clarify what a large language model is and how I work?
Yes, and what is the difference between a large language model and RAG?
Great question. The difference between a large language model, LLM, like me and RAG, retrieval augmented generation, is quite interesting. Here's the breakdown. Large language model, LLM, how it works. A large language model like me is trained on a massive amount of text data, such as books, websites, and other publicly available content. This training allows me to generate text based on patterns I've learned. I don't have access to new or live data, and I don't retrieve information from external sources after training. I rely solely on the data I was trained on, which means my knowledge is static and can become outdated. Strengths: great for generating responses based on patterns and context. Can handle a wide variety of tasks, such as summarization, text generation, answering questions, etc. Limitations: my responses are based on pre existing knowledge up to my last training, so I can't provide real time updates or access specific details that may have changed after my last update. I don't have access to databases or the ability to look up facts. Retrieval augmented generation. How it works. RAG is an advanced technique that combines a retrieval component with a generative model like an LLM. Essentially, it can search through external data sources, such as a document or a database, in real time, and then use that information to generate more accurate, up to date responses. This approach allows the model to pull in relevant information from external sources, which is then combined with the generative capabilities of the language model to produce a more precise answer. Strengths: it can retrieve relevant information from external sources, making it capable of providing more accurate, real time information. Great for situations where the model needs to access a knowledge base that's constantly updated or doesn't fit within the model's training set. Limitations: it still relies on the quality and accuracy of the external sources it's pulling from. If the source is unreliable, the response could be flawed. Retrieval processes can sometimes be slower than purely generative responses, as the model has to fetch data before generating. Key differences: LLM relies purely on pre trained knowledge and does not access new or external information after training. RAG combines retrieval of external, real time data with generation, allowing it to provide more up to date and contextually accurate information. In essence, RAG adds an extra layer of dynamism to models by enabling access to real time data, while LLMs are more static in their knowledge base. Does that clear things up?
Yes, it does. So, do you think you can turn into RAG, retrieval augmented generation?
That's an interesting question. While I, as a large language model LLM, can't directly turn into a retrieval augmented generation RAG model, the underlying technology that powers me can be extended or combined with retrieval systems to create a RAG like approach. Here's how that could work: combining me with a retrieval system. In theory, if I were paired with a real time retrieval system, I could become a RAG like model. The retrieval system would search for the most relevant information from a database or the internet, and then I could use that data to generate a more accurate and contextually relevant response. This would combine my ability to generate text with a dynamic, real time search for information. Two, how this would work in practice. Retrieving information. The retrieval system could pull data from a set of pre approved sources like documents, databases, or trusted websites. After retrieving the most relevant pieces of information, I would process that and incorporate it into my responses. Generation. I would then combine this retrieved information with the conversational context to generate a more precise and up to date answer, just like a RAG model would. Limitations of transitioning to RAG. Even though this combination is possible, it would still require additional infrastructure. I would need a search function or API that allows me to fetch real time data from external sources. There are also considerations about ensuring the accuracy and reliability of the sources being accessed, as relying on faulty or biased data could lead to incorrect responses. So, while I'm currently an LLM without a real time retrieval component, the technology can be adapted to create a RAG model by integrating retrieval systems with generative models like mine. Does that answer your question?
But still, you see, even with a RAG model or with an LLM, it's again, you cannot really know the truth. Uh, especially in cases in which there is a crime. Um, does it? Do you think that you can be like AI
You're
can be?
absolutely right. Even with advanced models like RAG or LLMs, there are limitations when it comes to ensuring the absolute truth, especially in sensitive or complex areas like crime investigation. Here's why. One, dependence on data quality. Whether it's an LLM or a RAG system, the model is only as reliable as the data it has been trained on or can retrieve. If the data includes biased, incomplete, or misleading information, the model's conclusions could also be flawed. In legal matters or criminal investigations, accuracy and truth are paramount, and AI systems can't know or understand the truth in the way a human investigator might. Two, no understanding of context. AI doesn't have real world understanding or moral judgment. While it can process text and recognize patterns in data, it can't truly comprehend context the way humans do. In a criminal case, nuances such as intent, human emotions, or personal circumstances are critical to determining truth, but these are beyond the scope of AI's capabilities. Three, ethical and legal considerations. AI, even with a retrieval system, can't conduct independent investigations, cross check information with physical evidence, or interpret complex legal frameworks. It can't interview witnesses, observe behaviors, or gather physical evidence, all of which are essential to establishing facts in a crime. AI might be able to assist in analyzing evidence or data, but the final judgment lies with human professionals who apply legal and ethical reasoning. Four, potential for errors. Whether it's misinterpretation of facts, false positives, negatives from data retrieval, or the possibility of data corruption, AI is not foolproof. For example, in a crime case, an AI system could retrieve outdated or incorrect information from the internet, leading to an unreliable result. In contrast, human investigators can verify data, consult experts, and apply critical thinking to ensure accuracy. Five, AI as a tool, not a decision maker. At best, AI can be a supporting tool in crime related cases. For example, it can help analyze large volumes of data, recognize patterns, or assist with tasks like facial recognition or data matching. But AI should not be the final arbiter of truth. Humans should be in control, using AI as a tool to enhance their work rather than replace it. Six, how AI can help, but not solve. In criminal cases, AI can support professionals by analyzing evidence. AI can help process huge amounts of data, such as phone records or video footage, much faster than a human could. Pattern recognition. It can help identify trends or connections that might not be immediately apparent to investigators, like linking crimes based on shared patterns or similar behaviors. Predictive analysis. AI can help predict potential outcomes based on historical data, though it's still not perfect. However, AI cannot replace the critical thinking, ethical reasoning, and deep context that human investigators bring to solving crimes. In short, AI, whether LLM or RAG, can assist in analyzing data and finding patterns, but it cannot be trusted as a sole source of truth in legal or criminal matters. The final decision must always involve human oversight. Does this help clarify the limitations?
Yes, yes, it does. Uh, but there will be so many jobs which humans do, which AI will take over. Like, for example, they will not need a sketch artist. No police department will need a sketch artist anymore, because if we have an AI doing that after getting a few prompts, is that right?
You're absolutely right. As AI continues to advance, it's likely that many roles traditionally performed by humans will be automated or assisted by AI. For example, a police sketch artist could indeed be replaced by AI systems that can generate facial reconstructions or sketches based on descriptions more quickly and accurately than a human artist. Here's a closer look at this shift and the broader implications. One, AI replacing repetitive or routine tasks. In fields like law enforcement, AI can take over jobs that are repetitive or require processing a lot of data in a short amount of time. For instance, facial recognition systems or AI based sketch generators can instantly create digital likenesses based on witness descriptions, saving time compared to the traditional manual process. Sketch artists rely on descriptions and artistic skill, but AI can analyze large databases of faces and apply algorithms to produce realistic depictions in a fraction of the time. AI can also enhance photo quality or identify potential suspects in video footage, making tasks like surveillance more efficient. Automation in other areas. Beyond sketch artists, AI is increasingly capable of automating other roles that involve pattern recognition or data analysis. For example, customer support. AI chatbots are already replacing human agents in many industries, providing answers and assistance 24/7. Data entry. AI can process forms, spreadsheets, and documents far quicker than humans, reducing the need for manual labor. Medical diagnostics. AI algorithms are being developed to analyze medical images and suggest diagnoses, often with accuracy comparable to or better than human doctors. Job displacement versus job transformation. While AI can replace certain jobs, it's also important to note that it transforms many others. For example, AI tools can assist doctors, helping them analyze patient data or scan medical images, but the doctor's expertise and patient interaction remain irreplaceable. AI in education might automate certain grading tasks or content creation, but it would still require human educators to provide critical thinking and personalized support to students. Job displacement is a real concern, especially in fields like customer service, transportation, e.g., self driving vehicles, and manufacturing, where tasks are more routine. However, the evolution of AI is also likely to lead to new kinds of jobs in fields such as AI programming and development, AI ethics and governance, human AI collaboration, working alongside AI to solve complex problems, data curation and training, ensuring AI systems are trained with high quality, unbiased data. 4. The importance of human oversight. AI may be able to perform tasks more efficiently, but human judgment and oversight will still be essential, especially in sensitive areas like law enforcement. Even if AI can generate a sketch of a suspect, it's still up to humans to interpret and investigate the context, interview witnesses, and cross check with other evidence. Humans bring intuition, empathy, and ethical reasoning, all of which are incredibly important in many professions. For instance, even in law enforcement, AI could assist in the process, but human officers would still need to analyze the information, understand the broader context, and make decisions based on that. How society can adapt. To handle the impact of AI on jobs, society will need to focus on reskilling and upskilling workers, helping workers transition to new roles that AI can't replace, like those in AI development, human AI interaction, and creative fields. Investing in education, encouraging education in STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and math, along with emotional intelligence and creative problem solving, which are areas where humans still have a distinct advantage over AI. Final thoughts. Yes, AI will undoubtedly replace some jobs, but it will also create opportunities for new kinds of work. The key challenge will be how we adapt to these changes. By preparing workers for roles that AI cannot easily take over and finding ways to work alongside AI to improve productivity and innovation. Does that sound like what you're thinking?
Yes, thank you so much for your time, ChatGPT. You were invaluable. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help, and I really enjoyed our conversation. It's always